Hey, what's up, everybody? This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 4, Episode 16. It picks up in a different type of spot because we normally get cliffhangers from the last scene, the last episode or whatever, but this first scene is different, so whatever. Kirk and Rashida, they're at her new store. He blindfolds her. He takes her over to the store in the car. They get there. He unblindfolds her and surprises her with her new store. Which I'm happy for her. But I mean, it's kind of hard to be happy for somebody who has been so ugly on the show lately. So it's kind of like in between. I'm happy for her, but then again, I don't really care. So, but anyway, she's finally got her own store, and then she asked him something about the budget and what is it, and I'm just thinking, why are you still asking? If you're making your own money and whatever. Let's move on to this next little short scene. That's not much to talk about either. Scrap goes to the barbershop because his sister Jazz texts him like emergency text. He seems to rush over there, like, you know, to find out what's going on, and it's all just to tell him some shit that she could have told him on the phone. But whatever, we need a scene. I guess Mona said, take your ass down there to that barbershop and get the scene going. And she just tells him about the whole wedding that he didn't know anything about, and about Mama D having Bambi and Erica being a part of the wedding. Of course, he's not thrilled to hear this. He don't like it. He's not for it. So, you know, we know that we're going to get another scene as a follow-up to this little scene. So, moving along to the next scene with Jocelyn. She meets up with some people who basically want to work with her, and since she's not doing much, or, you know, she's kind of available, she's all down to work with whoever it is, and it's these LGBT promoters. She says she's gonna do what she needs to do, what's best for her, and then so they're having a little meeting, and then it gets kind of a little bit emotional for Jocelyn. All of a sudden, she starts like talking about her childhood, and she kind of breaks down a little bit emotional, and about her her background and her bisexuality, and she cries a little bit. She gives like the little broke up cry a little bit, and it gets kind of awkward. But the promoters at the end of this whole scene, they're excited to work with her, and she says she's excited to perform. I wouldn't say I'm excited about anything on this show, but I don't mind seeing Jocelyn perform just because it's gonna be some bullshit and just probably be funny, But and then Jocelyn, she's nice to look at, but it's just y'all already know. But anyway, let's move on to the other scene. Another scene with the next scene. Sorry, y'all. With Kalina and Tony. It's their first counseling session. I'm just like, thank God. It's about time. It's Kalina. She tells us that she was diagnosed with the postpartum. So there's no more wondering or whatever. And so she's telling the counselor stuff that's on her heart, her mind, whatever. And she's burdened by a thought of losing one of her sons, and it made me feel real bad for her. But I do think that they do have the right counselor, because that counselor, she seemed like she'd be able to help them, and definitely be that ear that Kalina needs and stuff. And side note, with her whole postpartum thing with Kalina, just because she's going through that doesn't mean that she's been talking recklessly or stuff that she's been saying hasn't made sense. I just want to say that because she got done wrong, and just because she's postpartum doesn't mean that she don't make sense. Like, she still knows, what happened, what was said, and all that crap with the whole Rashida stuff. So, but she tells her counselor, about Rashida, and so this is super sad to me, because it makes me feel like she cares about Rashida, and Rashida's already over it and don't care and all that shit. So, but Tony seems supportive, so that's good. So the next scene with Bambi and her bride hair presentation. That's the note that I wrote. Like, I guess they're at some shop or whatever. She's getting ready to present the wedding party with the hair that she had promised them or whatever. And her wedding gift or whatever. Scrap, he shows up like, why you ain't tell me nothing about, Erica and the whole wedding and all that stuff. And Bambi, she's like, that's your mama. I thought you would have known. I try to stay out of it. When it comes to, Erica and your mom, I've learned to keep my distance and stuff like that. So here comes Mama D, and she tells Scrap, she needs him to be down with the crown. And he's just not for it, and he basically just says, if Erica's there, then then I won't be there. So you need to figure it out. So we get the cliffhanger at the end of this episode where we don't know if the most important people to Mama D, besides Ernest or whatever, are going to come or not. But I think it's just for dramatics. I think they're going to go or whatever. But anyways, the Dime and Margot scene, Margot comes in all crunk. They're like in the studio. Dime, she immediately starts telling Margot, you know, about the Mimi drama. And she says, you know, she's done with Mimo. She's done with Mimi, y'all. Supposedly. She says she's going to burn her contract. But before she does all this shit, she's going to do her performance that Mimi put together for her. And she planned on having Margot to guest perform with her. Just to fuck with Mimi. And, you know, Margot, she's all for it. I guess it's supposed to be payback from the whole, you know, magazine set up or whatever. Then we get this scene with the fishing scene with Steve, Scrap, Kirk, and Tony. And it's like Mona's setup of the men. And I honestly had to look for a second because they were like, I don't know if they put the damn camera in the tree or what, but it was like looking down at them all walking up to, you know, where they were fishing or whatever. And this scene, it just seems so out of norm for 11. I was like, is this a commercial? I really almost thought it was a commercial. But no, it was a scene with the guys going fishing or whatever. And Stevie J, he tells us he loves fishing. And he tells all the guys that he's moving to L.A., and then Scrap, you know, they go down the line. Everybody says, you know, has something to say about what's been going on with them lately. Scrap tells his boys, you know, about Mama Duke's wedding. Kirk tells them about Rashida's, you know, store, and they're going to have a grand opening and all that. And Tony tells them about Kalina's postpartum, which she keeps on requesting to Tony that he doesn't talk about that shit, but whatever. He's with his boys and he tells them about that and how she's getting help. And Kirk, he asked how Jocelyn and Stevie are, and Stevie is, I don't remember. This part is getting a little fuzzy. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, I think Scrap was, no, Kirk was telling him about Jocelyn's performance that's coming up that Stevie didn't know about. So they show him a picture on the phone or whatever on Instagram, and he recognizes one of his connects on the picture that Jocelyn, you know, had claimed that she wasn't working with nobody he knew, but you know, that's all I can remember from that scene. But let's go to the Rashida, Erica at Rashida's house scene. Rashida's there at her house. She's getting ready to move all her shit from her house to the store. Rashida, she tells Erica about how Kirk, you know, tried to redeem himself with the store. Erica's like, cool. Erica, you know, a lot of people say it, she's a hater. I think she's pretty much a hater too, because she seemed like she was just kind of halfway happy for her. But whatever, it doesn't surprise us. And then Erica, she's like, now let me give you the juice about the whole Mama D thing. And Erica tells Rashida about the whole wedding thing, and who cares. Stevie J and Jocelyn at the house. Jocelyn, she walks in all sexy. Stevie, he says Jocelyn is dressed for seduction. Like, he's already got her figured out. He breaks it to her that, you know, he knows that she's been working with motherfuckers that he knows. So Jocelyn, she tries to deny, and she says she's just trying to handle her business. I did like that little whatever it was, lingerie, whatever that she had on. She was ready for it, trying to be all cute. And Jocelyn, she tells him about her upcoming performance and how she wants him to be there. And Stevie J, you just see him like kind of looking and thinking. He doesn't really give an answer. They don't really show him giving an answer, but you know, she's trying to sweet talk him and say, you know, I want you to be there. Next scene is with Mama D at Erica's house. She got to go over there and let Erica know, basically, Scrap is not cool with this. I need him to walk me down the aisle. So basically, she couldn't be in the wedding no more. So she goes to her house and, you know, tells her that that Scrap had threatened not to walk her down the aisle. So, you know, she's no longer in the wedding. But Erica says she's still coming to view the circus. And I was just thinking, okay, how's that supposed to go when Scrap doesn't want her there at all? So, you know, Erica, that little scene, she seemed like because she said some shit like, it's your wedding, and you're the mama and all that. It seemed like she was kind of upset. She tried to say in her confessional she didn't care, but I didn't believe that shit. I think she did want to be in that wedding just to fuck up, Scrap and piss people off. But I'm glad that, Scrap is giving her that ultimatum or whatever, because Erica, I don't really think she belongs in that wedding. If Erica was a different person and acted, if she was classier, or as classy as she says she is and all that, it'd be a little different. But Erica's messy and a hater, so she don't need to be in that wedding anyway. She wasn't going to be in it for the right reasons anyway. So moving along to the Carly Red, Jessica Dime, the shoe shop. They're shopping for shoes, I guess, whatever. Dime, she tells Red about how she's been working with Margot, and Red, she's like, what? Carly claims, she's not passing this tea. She's like, I'm not even going to get myself involved in that shit. So Dime tells Carly that, Mimi's whack, and she's been talking about me behind my back. And then, of course, Dime tells Red about her upcoming performance. Not a whole lot to, in that scene. Margot, Dime, Stevie J, Ariane at Dime's performance. Now, with this scene, I really thought that that Dime was going to give us... we haven't seen the episode yet, but they made it seem like as soon as she comes on the stage, the first song that she's performing is this big surprise with Margot. Like, she ain't got none of her own material. She don't want to do any solo performance. That shit is whack, Jessica Dime, but whatever. They're all ready for Dime's performance. She comes out very provocative. Her boobs were blurred out, so you could tell she has something really slutty on, like, that it could be shown on TV, whatever. And she's immediately like, I got a surprise for y'all. Here comes Margot with her skinny, looking out of place self, weird looking. Mimi's like, Dime done lost her damn mind, And so we get the cliffhanger, and like I said, I was ready to see this performance, but, we gotta wait or whatever. But Mimi, she seemed like she's not acting phased about it, like she's laughing the shit off, and I probably would too, because you know what, they're gonna get up there and make complete fools of themselves. So how is it supposed to be hurting or affecting Mimi again? I don't get it, but whatever. So that was my review for this episode. I think the season is coming to an end. We might have one or two more shows, and then I think the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is going to be coming on. I'll probably try to review that too. Maybe I'll do better next season with getting the videos up, more on time and stuff like that. But anyways, that's all I got. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.